Blue, Watarka, come on in. Right across from me, if you can. Try and make it even.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, if you can get like 5 on each side of this line, make it even for me.
I'm going to hand this to you, whoever's speaking, if you guys can just pass these stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Bug on me. Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Salutation.
Oh my God, we're here. Oh. You guys have been playing for 5 hours and now it gets interesting. I hope you've all had a chance to dip your toes in the water and really feel what it's like to play this game. You realize the second that we start talking about vote-offs, shit turns up, right? And so I hope you're ready for that pace. Before we do that, I want to talk about some logistics, okay? How Tribal Council works in SuRVAvor, okay? 1, I'm mic'd up, Austin's carrying a mic. If you are speaking into the mic. If you're scrambling, okay, we can't catch it all, right? But like, if you are answering a question for me, you are speaking into the mic. I have questions I will ask, but you kind of drive this for me. If we're not answering questions, if you're not interested, you're giving me a whole lot of nothing, we move on and we just vote. We essentially will go through an interrogation, quote unquote. After that, we will go to the voting period, in which case, one by one, you guys will go up to one of 3 tables. One is over there where Chad is, if you see Chad closest to the middle. One is where Doug is, close to here, and the other one just in between, kind of far out near Jack, okay? So 2 over there, 1 kind of in the center. When you guys go out there, it's 3 at a time. I'll usually just go like 3, 3, 3. When we are voting, not a fucking word, right?
Yeah.
So silence, because the second that M gets up to vote, if everyone starts talking about M can't do anything about it, right? So we're not talking once we start voting, just out of respect for the game. From a logistical standpoint, once you write on the parchment who you are voting off, you cannot vote for yourself, as you know from the game documents, you will take your vote, fold it in half, and take it to the center aisle and walk down it. You will place it in the urn yourself, okay? We will then take the vote out so that you can't see it when you're the next person and the next person, okay? But it just makes it so we don't have to carry around the urn everywhere. The last thing to know is while we're voting, the cameras are off. We turn them back on for the actual vote. That is when we start talking about idols, advantages, that stuff, if you have anything. And so I will say, I'll go get the votes. And then once I do that, that won't be on camera, okay? I'll come back, that will be on camera. We'll say, all right, if anybody has an idol or an advantage, you wanna play it, now is the time to do so. That is also when you play your shot in the dark. We have gone over that very, very detailed, right? So if you opt to use your shot in the dark, you tell them at the booth, you will not vote. And then you will take a blank parchment, fold it in half, and take it back, okay? That is so that it doesn't look like you've used your shot in the dark. I want that to be a surprise. So I need you to take a blank parchment, okay? The last piece of this is we will talk emotions of this after the vote off camera. This is the worst part for you guys, but also for us. This is not fun to do. Nobody wants to lose, especially at this point. So just, we will have that talk about what that looks like and what aftercare for cast looks like. Questions on that? Okay, good. Do you guys have your bags for like shot in the darks and everything? Can we bring bags over here, please?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Stay where you are, because that's the thing. Another thing, have your bag with you. So that way, if you need to play something, you have the dice. I know you have it in there, unless you've already given it to people.
Should we all like wrestle around in our bags? And
No. Hey, you do what you want. All right. Any other questions before we get these?
Grabbing it.
All right. Once we get these, we'll get started. Thank you.
Is your water bottle over there?
It is. It's that white one with the stickers. Thank you.
Oh, those are mine. Thank you. Sorry.
Okay. Everyone good? If you opt to play your shot in the dark, just bring your bag when you go to vote. Okay. And just tell them that's what you're doing. That's all. Okay. And then bring it back.
Yeah. Are we bringing our bags every time?
Yeah, we should bring our bags.
No matter what. Just so it doesn't give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put away.
Does everyone have their dice in their bag? Good. Okay. All right. Let's talk. Sorry, a lot of logistics and boring things for you watching on YouTube. We'll do it off camera next time. Okay. Hi. Deep sigh from Jack. I'll go to you first. What are you feeling, man?
What? Oh, the mic. I mean, the worst part, I think for me at least, was having an advantage in the challenge and losing. And I think then, this is not only, it's like not like regular Survivor where, sometimes you've known these people for a very short amount of time where you're going to vote. But we all got to do challenges for 5 hours and it was like la-di-do. Like we all got to hang out, like high fives, there was cheering everywhere. And I think everyone would agree that we all felt the vibe immediately switch 12:15 tribe girl dinner, whatever we called it. And then immediately it was go time. And I think it was cool. It would be cool to watch if I was over there.
Yeah.
Standing here, I'm like, that's a lot. And so I think, especially also watching from your couch, like you're like, oh, haha, go vote off that loser. Like, and then here, like you're surrounded by these people and it's like, you like on TV, that's a character. In person, that's like a person that has like, not to be like crazy essential, but like a family and like things like that. So it's like, it's a very different, much more raw feeling that you don't normally see.
Lana, would you echo that sentiment in terms of how you're feeling about the vote as well?
Absolutely, I can definitely attest to what he's saying. We had our girl dinner and then boom, chaos. Everyone's out in their own groups trying to figure out what's going on. And even after taking the picture, we're all still scrambling. It was the Last Supper, as some of us called it. And we're gonna see who Judas is tonight.
Chaos everywhere, except for M, potentially. How are you feeling as the sole person who cannot receive a vote at this tribal?
Well, that part feels good, but I still have to take part in voting people off. And all these people, we've gotten to know each other in the past 5 hours, and it's going to suck because I've made a bond with everyone. I tried to talk to everyone, and it's just going to suck to have to vote somebody out.
Dee, talk to me about having interacted in so many circles. We had you in all these shuffled groups. Do you feel like you know everybody here? You've interacted with everybody here? Or are there still some that maybe you don't?
I think at least at a baseline level, we all kind of, even we sit around in a circle over there and talk. But of course, I'm sure as we're talking, people are thinking in their head, who are the people that I want to work with, right? And we play all these challenges beforehand and they're great and we can earn points, and congrats to M for winning. But also it's like, these are people that I'm, cooperating with, or these are people that I can see, or even observing other people, like what other people have things going on. So there's always, the game's always moving no matter what kind of phase you're at.
I want to shift to Bradley. So with all of this chaos that's going on, have you heard your name? Have you heard other people's names? Like, how many things are getting thrown out? Or is there a set plan? Do you feel like there's a set plan?
I think there is a set plan, unfortunately, and I think it's me. So that's unfortunate. I feel like there's bigger threats in the game that we could handle now and not wait till later when it's too late. But that's just what I'm thinking.
Okay. You said the plan is you.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Okay. Has anybody else heard their name?
A couple people have heard their name and they're not really doing anything about it. So that seems a little odd.
If you've heard your name, could you raise your hand? All right. Anna, take the mic.
Oh boy.
How are you feeling? Do you
Nauseous. Yeah, frankly, a little nauseous, a little tired. Yeah, it's mainly just like I frankly, I haven't obviously played real CBS Survivor, but
From what I would feel like, this feels much more like a family than Real Survivor. I'm sure there's similar elements, but like most of us are from here. Some of us flew thousands of miles to be here. So frankly, yeah, it's mainly just sad a little bit. This first one, especially, I think we'll get used to it as time goes on. But that's been hard. Like you don't even really want to bring a name up, but I've talked with people. I feel confident about where I am, frankly. Yeah, I think mainly it's just this first vote is really hard, and then from there we'll start to actually kind of see where things solidify. So, but this one's kind of a crapshoot.
You said people have traveled quite a way. No secret, Austin coming from Austin, Texas. Um, does that weigh heavy in your mind that you're like, I came all this way. What if I'm first?
Yeah, it definitely was a thought that crossed my mind. But I was hopefully or thinking, hopefully I can use that as an advantage as well. Hopefully it's not too big of a disadvantage. Like I feel like I've made connections with everyone here. I don't want to vote anybody out. Unfortunately, I have to make a decision, and we have to make a decision as a tribe to vote somebody out. That's just an unfortunate part of this game. Like it's not something we want to do. Like you said, it's the hardest part for y'all and for us. Exactly.
All right, Patrick, you raised your hand when you said you'd heard your name. Do you feel like that's a legitimate threat, or is it as easy as maybe Bradley pointed out?
I mean, I don't know. You never know what side conversations are happening, when I'm not there because I can't be in everything, nor do I, deserve to be in every conversation. Everyone needs to have their own conversation in peace. Um, so it's strategy and it's nothing personal, and it's hard to kind of set the two aside from one another because, like everyone has kind of pointed out, these games already have created such a family dynamic and sitting together, eating food, like that's all bonding, intimate moments. So to go from that to, hey, we got to talk about voting someone out, like that sucks. I mean, through and through, no matter whether you want to or not, like it sucks.
And EP, I guess I turn to you in that question, knowing full well that if it is all friendly and family right now, do you expect that after this, will people feel betrayed, or is it all in the fun of the game? Do you think everybody agrees with that sentiment?
I mean, I hope that, people don't feel betrayed. I do think that that's just a natural part of it, but, we all watch the show. We're all fans of the game, and that's what it is. And, the nothing personal thing, it's kind of like that kind of burns a little because it does feel very personal. Um, but yeah, I think that we're all just learning things about ourselves while we're also interacting with our tribe mates, and it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I do not know how it's going to play out, for the record.
Lawrence, the last one I haven't spoken to. This tribe walks out of here. Are you guys stronger? Are you divided? What's the kind of vibe?
I would say we're stronger because we went through a vote together and we were able to handle that. But I don't think this tribe will be stronger without somebody. I think this is a great tribe. I don't think we're gonna gain anything from losing somebody.
We're about to find out who that is. In just a second here, we'll get up to vote. We'll start with M, D, and Lana. Thank you guys for the discussion, and we'll go from there.